Good morning, classmates. My name is Janet of Group 1, and I will be presenting the real estate concept, highest and best use. This is based on Chapter 1 of the book, Real Estate Market Analysis by the Urban Land Institute. We are Group 1, and these are our members. This is the outline of our report. First, definitions. Second, who uses market analysis? Under this, developers, government officials, investors and lenders, tenants or buyers, and others.
This is Hill Eagles for the definitions. For some definitions, highest and best use is a recurring concept in real estate. So what is it? The property used that at a given time is deemed likely to produce the greatest net return in the foreseeable future, whether or not it is the current use of the property. This is where market analysis comes in. Also known as a comparative market analysis, it is an analysis of current market values of properties comparable to a property one is looking to buy or sell.
There are different clients who use market analysis for various purposes. Let us go through them one by one. This is Cheryl Manalang for developers. Number one is to determine whether a location is suitable for development or consider alternative locations. Number two is to identify a product or mix of products that best meets the demands of the market. Number three, understand existing and potential competition and then evaluate their advantages and disadvantages when compared with the proposed project. Number four, identify the nature and depth of demand. Number five, provide guidance for land planners and architects and offer input for initial design, concepts, and later refinements. Number six is to suggest project pricing, sizing, and pacing. Number seven, generate key inputs for cash flow analysis in support of loan applications or equity syndication. Number eight, persuade elected officials and government agency and staff members to provide entitlements, financial incentives, or utility services for a proposed development. Number nine, devise a marketing plan by identifying market niches or prospective buyers or renters and then suggest how to reach them. And number 10, learn why a completed product is not selling or leasing as expected.
Larry Mendoza for government officials. They better understand community or region-wide housing demand or the reasonableness of a proposed economic development strategy. They identify affordable housing needs and possible locations where new housing construction should be encouraged. They comply with state and federal grant requirements. They provide support for development plans. They review requests for zoning changes or expansion of utility service areas. They calculate the effect of new housing on schools. They determine the effects of new commercial development on parking or traffic conditions in an established business district. They justify creation or special improvement districts or PIF districts. Government officials identify likely demand for transit-oriented development when new rail lines or multimodal facilities are being planned. They determine the fiscal impact of a proposed project to use when negotiating impact fees. They justify using incentives to stimulate a neglected market niche, such as artist housing. They provide employers with information about housing stock, prices, rents, and vacancies for use when recruiting personnel. And finally, they support infrastructure investment in facilities that will draw tourists and other visitors.
Arlene Sila for the investors and lenders. Prospective buyers or tenants exist in sufficient numbers and can be attracted to the location. The project will lease up or sell at a pace estimated by the developer's consultant or staff members. The proposed prices and rents make sense in light of what the competition is offering. The amenities to be offered are necessary or appropriate for the marketplace. And last, the project will generate sufficient income to cover operating expenses and debt service and still generate profits that will provide an attractive return on investment.
Desiree Agustin here for tenants or buyers. Commercial tenants may conduct their own market research when they consider signing or extending a lease. Large space users may look to the services of a broker or an independent market analyst to help them decide on the best locations for their operations. Corporate real estate managers will analyze the advantages of locating in different metropolitan areas or will examine the suitability of buildings that they are considering for purchase or lease. Apartment tenants and small businesses will often rely on published market data from local real estate brokers or will consult online sources to determine the asking rents or at nearby competitive projects.
This is Jules St. Patricia for Market Studies and Clients Objectives. This table summarizes the use of market studies for various clients. Aside from those already mentioned, our other clients who uses market studies includes 1. Sellers, 2. Redevelopment agencies, 3. Housing finance or economic development authorities, and 4. Realtors or brokers. Among the clients are A. Developers, B. Redevelopment agencies, have the most number of uses for market studies. Among the purpose are A. Market overview for use in brochure and publications. B. Input assumptions for cash flow analysis serves the most number of different clients. Notably, the purpose input for corporation location, relocation, expansion decision are specific to tenants and owners, while the objectives are product planning, design, pricing, phasing is specific to developers. That concludes our presentation. Again, we are Group 1, and the floor is now open for questions.